Imagine a vast expanse of bare land, perhaps laid bare by a volcanic eruption or a retreating glacier. It seems desolate, lifeless. But this blank canvas is the starting point of an incredible process, ecological succession. As new species arrive and establish themselves, they modify the environment, making it suitable for other species to colonize. This process of change continues. They continue to change and evolve in response to environmental factors. The journey from barren land to a rich, diverse ecosystem is a testament to nature's resilience and adaptability. The first organisms to colonize a barren landscape are called pioneer species. These species are the initial settlers in an environment that has been devoid of life, often due to natural disasters or human activities. These are hardy species, often lichens and mosses, adapted to survive in harsh conditions. They are uniquely equipped to handle the extreme challenges posed by such environments. They can tolerate intense sunlight, extreme temperatures, and a lack of nutrients in the soil. Their resilience allows them to thrive where other species cannot. These pioneers are essential for kickstarting the process of succession. Without them, the barren landscape would remain lifeless for much longer. Lichens, a symbiotic partnership between fungi and algae, are often the very first to appear. This unique relationship allows them to extract nutrients from the rocks. They can break down rocks, creating a thin layer of soil. This soil is crucial for the next wave of colonizers. Mosses then follow, trapping moisture and further enriching the soil. Their presence helps to retain water, making the environment more hospitable. These early colonizers pave the way for more complex life forms to take hold. Their efforts create a foundation for future plant and animal life. The arrival of pioneer species marks the beginning of a remarkable transformation. Over time, their presence will lead to a more diverse and vibrant ecosystem. Gradually, the once barren landscape begins to show signs of life, setting the stage for the next wave of ecological succession. This process is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of nature. As pioneer species establish themselves, they create conditions that allow for the arrival of new plants. These early successional plants, often grasses and fast-growing herbaceous plants, have a competitive edge in these early stages. They are typically short-lived but reproduce quickly, spreading rapidly across the landscape. The presence of these plants further modifies the soil. Their roots penetrate deeper, breaking down more rock and increasing the soil's ability to retain water. Dead plant matter decomposes, adding organic matter and nutrients to the soil, making it more hospitable for other species. This stage of succession is characterized by rapid growth and change. The landscape is transformed from bare ground to a grassland or a field of wildflowers, setting the stage for the arrival of even more complex plant communities. As the plant community becomes more established, competition for resources like sunlight, water, and nutrients intensifies. Taller plants like shrubs begin to emerge, shading out some of the earlier colonizers. This competition for resources drives further change in the ecosystem. The arrival of shrubs marks a shift in the balance of the ecosystem. Their presence creates new habitats and niches for other organisms. Insects and small animals are drawn to the shelter and food sources provided by shrubs, further increasing the biodiversity of the ecosystem. This stage of succession is dynamic. The plant community is constantly changing as species compete for resources. Some species will thrive, while others may decline or even disappear, paving the way for new species to establish themselves. Section 5. A climax community reaching a stable state. Over time, the ecosystem will reach a state of relative stability known as the climax community. This is a stage where the ecosystem has developed to its fullest potential, and the species composition remains relatively unchanged over long periods. This is typically dominated by large, long-lived trees that are well suited to the climate and soil conditions. These trees have adapted to the environment and have outcompeted other species for resources. The composition of the climax community varies depending on the geographic location and environmental factors. For instance, a tropical rainforest will have a different set of dominant species compared to a temperate forest. In a temperate deciduous forest, for example, the climax community might consist of towering oak, maple, and beech trees, These species are well adapted to the seasonal changes and soil conditions of temperate regions. These trees create a dense canopy, providing shade for a diverse understory of plants and animals. The canopy regulates the amount of sunlight that reaches the forest floor, creating a unique microenvironment. The forest floor teems with insects, fungi, and decomposers, creating a complex and interconnected web of life. These organisms play a crucial role in nutrient cycling and maintaining the health of the ecosystem. Reaching the climax community is not the end of the story. The ecosystem remains dynamic and can still undergo changes. Ecological succession is an ongoing process. Even in a climax community, small-scale disturbances can create gaps for new species to establish. Disturbances, both natural and human-caused, can reset the successional clock, creating new opportunities for other species to colonize and thrive. This continuous cycle of growth and change is what makes ecosystems resilient and adaptable. Section 6. The ever-changing landscape succession never truly ends. It is important to remember that ecological succession is not a linear process with a fixed endpoint. Ecosystems are dynamic and constantly changing in response to a variety of factors. Natural disturbances, such as fires, floods, and storms, can disrupt established communities and create opportunities for new species to colonize. These disturbances, while seemingly destructive, play a vital role in maintaining the health and diversity of ecosystems. They prevent any one species from dominating and create a mosaic of habitats at different stages of succession. The continuous cycle of disturbance and recovery ensures that ecosystems remain dynamic and resilient, capable of adapting to changing environmental conditions. Section 7. The human factor, our impact on natural processes. Human activities have a profound impact on ecological succession. Deforestation, pollution, and the introduction of invasive species can disrupt natural processes, altering the trajectory of succession or even halting it altogether. Understanding these impacts is crucial for managing and conserving ecosystems. When humans alter landscapes, such as clearing forests for agriculture or urban development, they interrupt natural successional pathways. These altered landscapes may be colonized by different species than would have occurred naturally, leading to changes in biodiversity and ecosystem function. It is essential to recognize that human activities are now a major driver of ecological change. Our actions have the potential to accelerate, redirect, or even reverse the natural processes of ecological succession. Section 8. Deforestation, a blow to nature's balance. Deforestation, the clearing of forests for timber, agriculture, or other uses, is a prime example of how human activities can disrupt ecological succession. When forests are cleared, the delicate balance of the ecosystem is disrupted. The loss of tree cover leads to soil erosion, changes in water cycles, and a decline in biodiversity. Deforestation also fragments habitats, making it difficult for plant and animal species to migrate and disperse. This can isolate populations, making them more vulnerable to disease and extinction. The impacts of deforestation are far-reaching, affecting not only the immediate area but also contributing to global climate change. It is crucial that we find ways to sustainably manage our forests, balancing our need for resources with the preservation of these vital ecosystems. Section 9. Towards a sustainable future, balancing progress with preservation. As we continue to shape the planet, it is essential that we develop a deeper understanding of ecological succession and the impacts of our actions. By studying and learning from natural processes, we can develop sustainable practices that minimize our impact on the environment. Restoring degraded ecosystems, protecting existing forests, and promoting sustainable land management practices are all essential steps towards mitigating the negative impacts of human activities. By embracing a holistic view of our relationship with the natural world, we can strive to create a future where human progress and ecological integrity go hand in hand.